Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update on Bitcoin, and today we're just specifically going to look at Bitcoin. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to look at this pattern, this symmetrical triangle that we're forming, and we're going to go through the encyclopedia chart patterns. And I have about 5 or 6 things that I want to read to you. What we're going to try to do is put the odds in our favor here, because what's happening is we are so coiled up, and we're coming up, basically coiled up, coming up to backed, and the whales, they're going to have something special for us. We know this, guys. Symmetrical triangles, they're very tight, and basically as we get into this, you're going to see that 54% of the time they're going to break to the upside. I mean, it's really a coin flip right now, and the whales, they're watching this. And guys, obviously in this space there's a lot of manipulation. It is what it is, but we have to be super vigilant of false breakouts to either side, the upside or the downside. So we're going to get into all this. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know, guys, basically we have to ride the coattails of the whales. What's going to be so important is using trailing stop losses. It's a must. The volatility from backed is going to be crazy in my opinion, because say we do break out of here, all of a sudden we see just massive volume come up, we break up out of here. Say you want to play that breakout and you can catch it early, that's great, but as the price is going up, you'd always want to put in a trailing stop loss, because this market could reverse so fast. And that's what we're also going to get into, are these false breakouts where you'll break up, guys, it's like a busted pattern, and then you can actually fall down farther, or you can break down, then you can come back up, retest this trend line, and then fall back down even farther. So there's just so many different things to plan for, and that's what you have to think of. Basically this market's like a coil right now. It's just pushed all the way together, and it's going to explode at some point here, and we're going to see it's coming up soon. It could be any minute, hour, you know, any time now. It could just break. So be aware of that. Put in your alerts. My alerts right now to the upside are at 10,770. I want to be alerted, and to the downside 9,400. Let me see here, guys. 9,647 I want to see. So we're going to dig into this right here. Gonna make it quick, guys. If you like this, like, subscribe, and we'll do it. Symmetrical triangles. Look for a converging price trend, higher valleys and lower peaks. Trend lines drawn along the peaks and valleys from two converging trend lines that join at a triangular apex. So we have all this going on right now. So far we're 2 for 2. Prices. The peaks or valleys must touch each trend line at least twice. We have that plenty of times here, guys. We basically have anywhere from 4 to 6 up here. Then we have 4 down here for sure. Next, prices must cross the pattern from side to side, leaving little white space. So what they're talking about here, how ours would be black space on this. So as it's going up and down like this, you want to see all this price action crossing back and forth. You don't want to just see it go up and then down once, then back up. This is great for the symmetrical triangle. So we're looking for that. That's awesome. We're trying to identify this, guys. That's what I'm trying to do with you. I'm trying to identify this, and we're trying to put the odds in our favor and see which way we're going to break. Volume trends downward 86% of the time from the pattern start to the day before the breakout. And take a look what's happening here. Volume's trending down. So far everything is textbook. A breakout occurs when price closes outside the trend line boundary. An upward breakout occurs 54% of the time. So this is basically a coin flip. So that's why I said anyone who says, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. No, they don't, guys. I mean, what you have to do, you have to wait for the whale to make the move, and then you have to try to catch it and get on the coattails as soon as possible. And as you go up, if you're going just straight up and you're up 18% in a day, that's maybe when you want to start putting in those trailing stop losses just to be safe, because we've seen in this space how you can go up so fast and then dump so hard so quick, and things can reverse. And we've all been there, and professional traders, they know that. That's why they're in this space. So, you know, guys, I just want to put this on your radar, but some of the things that are going for us here in our favor, the trend is up, and typically they will break with the trend more often than they will against the trend. And the overall trend here for the last 9 months has been up. So that's something that we can put in our favor as a potential break to the upside. And we're not in overbought conditions, which is nice. Look at our stock down here. We're at 22 and 23, so that's good. So we'd have plenty of room to run to the upside. And then let's look at a couple more indicators here. Let's go to our relative strength. Relative strength right now, we're at 42, so we'd have plenty of room to run to the upside, which would be great. You know, guys, if we were up in this symmetrical triangle and we were at 80 or 90 or something on the RSI, that'd be a whole different story than where we're at. So I also look at that and play that as a factor as well. And then here we're just so tight on our MACD, guys. I mean, it's just super tight right in here. So, you know, this is the stuff that I'm looking at, and I'm trying to put the odds in my favor. That's how I play it. I look at this stuff in terms of charting patterns from the Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns and all the books that I read, and I say, okay, can I identify this? And so far we're identifying this. This is a perfect symmetrical triangle. We're near the apex. It's just which way are we going to break? And if we break up hard to the upside, then, guys, we need to get over about $11,000 is going to be a key area as well. If we can get over top of that, then we'd be coming up here trying to challenge around, we'll call it about $12,000 would be the next area. But when you break out of these things, guys, if it's a true breakout, you can break out 40-50%. So if we get our price range tool, let me grab this here, and say we did have a true breakout from here up about 40, we'll just say conservatively 40% there, because the guys, they've been in this space, you've seen massive breakouts of 55%, just crazy. So that would bring us anywhere up to about $14,500. I could see a clean breakout if it really was on true volume from all the backs and everything, and people got in and it was a serious push to the upside. Now to the downside, what I would look for is if we broke to the downside, we'd come down here and test this 200-day EMA. We'd see support off that. We may bounce back up and retest this bottom trend line, and then I'd want to see what happens if we could get back up inside it, or if we would just get basically bounce off it. Because, guys, you can fall down, come back up, fail here, and then fall back down farther. And then we'd start looking at like the $7,500 range. But, you know, as I've had this journey through cryptocurrency, if you can identify these things and put the odds in your favor, you increase your chances of winning so much more. And you won't have all the anxiety. I know a lot of people, if you're just hodling and you're seeing, you know, like last year's bear market, when some coins were losing 90%, that can just devastate people. So that's why you want to learn how to trade. And you want to be able to protect yourself so that you can stay in the game. And that's the main thing. And then you don't have to rely on the market in terms of, you put yourself in control. You can jump in or out whenever you want to. And you don't have to be at the mercy of the market all the time. And obviously, guys, if you're just long-term investing and you are hodling and that's your strategy and you're not using too much money from what you can't afford, then that's a great thing. You know, if you really believe in a project and you're a fundamental investor, then go ahead. You know, there's no problem in that. But I'm just saying, for people who don't always have that luxury, you may have to do a little bit of trading. And that's where I'm trying to learn this stuff, because you can do it from anywhere around the world too, which is amazing. And if you can learn this, then, you know, it's a trade that people can't take away from you. And I think that's a blessing. So, you know, guys, right now it's September 21st, 2019. It's 9:35 a.m. Eastern time. And Bitcoin right now is at 9,960. So we're below that 10,000. And just to hang out with you here for a second, we'll take a look at this candle. So far, guys, I mean, here was our open. We've just been getting pushed to the downside. So we're going to have to see what happens if we come back down here and even test this again. But that's why I have this alert here. You know, so that's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm just trying to align myself with what the whale's going to do. And you have to have your alarms on so you can at least go do stuff and you're not tied to your computer. But, you know, really watch for those false breakouts. That's all I can tell you. And if you get in a move, and this isn't financial advice, use a trailing stop loss. If you're in profit, just, you know, give it room to move, but, you know, protect yourself. All the books that I read say bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. And you don't want to be greedy when there's a good profit. You know, you never go broke taking a profit. That's another one they'll always say. But, you know, guys, it's interesting. I appreciate all the people who comment. I appreciate the people who on a Saturday are watching this with me. You know, I'm going to do the best I can. I don't have a crystal ball. I've been charting and doing this for a year and a half, 2 years now. And I'm just trying to learn, still beginner in this, from all the people I listen to. Until you're, you know, studied up for 5 to even 10 years, you can still be a beginner at all this. And I believe that. there's just so much you can get into. You could study for years just on candlesticks alone, and then you add in volume and chart patterns and moving averages and alerts and Fibonacci, and I mean, there's just so much you could get into. So guys, I love it. I hope you guys do as well. Wish you all the best. Happy Saturday. When Bitcoin breaks, I'll be here as soon as I can, and we'll see what goes on. God bless, guys. Take care.